Fallout 4's Automatron DLC lets you wreck evil robots, cannibalize their corpses for parts, and use their severed limbs to create your own mechanical monstrosities. That's a Frankensteinian fantasy that's just as fun as it sounds. The killer robots, who've been unleashed on the Commonwealth by a silly, self-proclaimed supervillain called the Mechanist, are creatively designed and diverse enough to keep things interesting. Though the robots are limited to about a half-dozen primary hulls, there's a wide selection of custom designs that can be applied to them. You encounter bots equipped with spikes, skulls, armor plate, and a huge variety of weaponry. Some lumber, some sprint, some fly, and almost all are truly threatening. One energetic variety I dubbed the Stabby Bot attacks like a raging madman, leaping into the air, knocking me down, and perforating my body with repeated thrusts of bladed hands. Automatron is quite challenging in places, thanks to the heavy weaponry, speed, and durability of the new foes. To counter these threats, Automatron provides the useful ability to redesign and upgrade robot companions. Allies like Curie and newcomer Ada can be delightfully transformed into veritable death machines. Each bot's components can be mixed, matched, extensively customized, and individually armored. I was also thrilled to discover I could create my own robotic servants from scratch. I did find myself wishing I'd dumped more points into the Robotics perk early in Fallout 4, as the ability is essential to unlocking some of the most interesting and powerful robot equipment. Even without a single level in that perk, however, I was able to do some impressive customization on Ada. But even though I was able to add personality to Ada's look, her personality is kind of bland. That's a fault that extends to most of Automatron's characters. The snide and passive-aggressive AI Jezebel is poorly developed, and the potentially interesting story around the Mechanist is sadly underutilized. Automatron's threadbare story plays out in 4 quests, which most people will probably complete in about 3 to 5 hours. A trail of electronic breadcrumbs winds through a short series of challenging combat encounters and linear dungeons leading up to a confrontation with the Mechanist. Shakespeare this ain't, but thankfully the exciting action sequences, salvageable robot parts, and appealing mission reward items are enough to keep me going forward. That final battle glitched out on me a couple of times though. I had to reload and refight a portion of the sequence in order to progress. I've learned to save often in Fallout games, but I would have been ticked if I hadn't been adequately prepared. For much more on all things Fallout, stick with your friends here at IGN.